Angel Reese says WNBA players could go on strike over salary and benefits.
Career you choose, you should probably look at what the career earnings are of going into that field. What I'll also say is this: every single one of you WNBA players, you better pray that Caitlin Clark doesn't get injured, because she's keeping your league afloat.
If we don't get paid what we deserve, we'll sit out. That bold and, let's be real, pretty unrealistic statement from Angel Reese set social media on fire, though probably not the way she expected. The backlash was swift, but the hardest hit came from Patrick Bet-David. He didn't just respond, he completely tore apart her argument with sharp analysis and hard financial facts. And trust me, once you hear the full story behind all this, you'll never see Angel's outburst the same way again.
The ones coming this year will still be on the rookie contract again. Mm-hmm. The ones that the year after, they gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us. No, they are.
Who's that?
I'm hurt. They are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are. I need to get in the. I need to get in the field. You need to come to the meetings. I gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sit out. That's a possibility for real.
Here's the deal. Reese, the self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie turned pro baller, is now calling for WNBA players to sit out if they don't get paid more. Yes, this is coming from a player still working on nailing basic layups without bricking them off the bottom of the backboard. And she's already talking about shutting down the league. Patrick's reaction? A mix of disbelief and outright laughter. And honestly, who can blame him?
What I love watching? I love watching her highlights of missing shots. She's got to be the worst shooter you've met in your life. But go, Rob, just go, give this feedback. Give this feedback here. Go for it.
Season 2, I can't wait to work with you some more. The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups, period.
Layups? Bang! What do you mean? She's our double-double queen! Bang! What they say, if it's broke, don't fix it. Bang! Teaching Angel Reese to make a layup is like teaching an old dog a new trick. It ain't gonna work. Bang! Hey, welcome to McDonald's. What can I get you? Have the Angel Reese McBang!
Let's break down exactly what Angel Reese had to say.
To get paid. Possibility. Reese has been vocal about her low WNBA salary, revealing her $74,000 a year salary doesn't cover rent, stating on Instagram Live, I just hope you know that the WNBA doesn't pay my bills at all. I don't even think they pay one of my bills. Reese's financial struggles stem from WNBA salary not matching her past earnings, as her NIL valuation at LSU was $1.8 million, bolstered by deals with Reebok, PlayStation, McDonald's, and Coach, while a 4-year rookie deal was $324,000 with $74,000 due next season.
I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. I'm gonna do the math real quick.
He might cover that. Yeah, it definitely covers that.
What is I don't even know my salary.
She revealed she's making around $74,000 in her rookie WNBA season and says that's not even enough to cover rent in Chicago. Now, for most of us, $74,000 sounds like a solid paycheck, but Angel's acting like she's barely scraping by. The irony? This is the same player who raked in nearly $1.8 million at LSU through endorsement deals with Reebok, PlayStation, McDonald's, and plenty more brands, apparently rewarding social media shade as much as actual basketball skills.
Basketball sustained her, especially since the WNBA's $200 million revenue last season only allocated 9.3% to salaries, unlike the NBA's 50% share of the $5.3 billion in 2023. Adam, thoughts?
No, my rent is more than that. It's $8,000. I'm living beyond my means.
Angels on a 4-year rookie deal worth about $324,000, around $81,000 a year. That's less than 5% of what she pulled in as a college influencer. No wonder she once said, hating pays the bills. Because let's be real, her Instagram stories bring in more money than her game stats. With the way she's bricking shots, the WNBA might need to start charging her for backboard repairs. While Caitlin Clark is out here shaping the future of women's basketball, Angel's busy building a brand on hot takes and next-level bricklaying.
Hey, this is the greatest Angel Reese layup you'll ever see. Here we go with the dump-off, ba-da-dum-bum-bum, I'm loving it. Burn! Oh, she getting jiggy with it. Look at that, crisscross, zig-zagging through the lane. Giddy up, yee-haw! Burn! Now, I heard she's ambidextrous. That makes sense, because she's equally doggy doo-doo with the right and left-handed layup. Burn! Professional basketball player needing to work on her layups is like a fish needing to learn how to breathe underwater. It doesn't make sense! Reese's Puffs! Burn!
Patrick was floored. Not because Angel's hurting for cash. Let's be honest. With all her endorsements, she's doing just fine. But because of the sheer nerve to demand higher pay from a league that, wait for it, doesn't even turn a profit. He made the obvious point. In the real world, when a business keeps losing money, it's not handing out raises, it's handing out pink slips. That's when Adam Snick jumped in with hard facts and things really started to heat up.
WNBA and what's her name? Angel Reese. Do it. I fully support your right to strike. So other sports have done it. So other major sports have done it. Here's a quick list for you, PBD. I put this together. Biggest sports strikes in history. 1994, the MLB strike. It was the first time that the World Series was canceled.
I remember.
You remember that? In 1998, the NBA went on strike. They canceled the All-Star game for the first time. The NFL has gone on strike multiple times. 1982, 1987, 2011.
Adam pointed out that sure, the MLB, NBA, NHL, and NFL have all had player strikes. But here's the key difference. Those leagues were pulling in billions when their players walked out. Angel Reese is acting like the WNBA is Apple, when in reality, it's more like your cousin's food truck, barely breaking even and still handing out free samples.
Here's the catch when you're going to go on strike. In 1994, MLB, NBA, NFL, what's the number one revenue sport in America? What do you think it is? The NFL. How much do you think they make? $17 billion. The NBA, a little over $11 billion. The MLB, also $11 billion. The NHL, $7 billion.
Patrick didn't hold back. The WNBA is losing around $50 million every year. That's not a sustainable business. It's a ticking time bomb. Compare that to the NFL, which rakes in $17 billion, and the NBA and MLB, each pulling in over $10 billion. The WNBA, they're struggling to hit $150 million and still can't turn a profit. It's like trying to run a luxury spa with 2 customers and a lemonade stand budget.
Sorry. Alleged $150 to $200 million company. You're operating at a loss every single year. You've never made money. It's called a zombie company. You're subsidized.
This isn't a new problem. The WNBA has been running at a loss since it launched in 1997. That's over 25 years of red ink and messy finances. You'd think all the hype around Caitlin Clark would finally turn things around, but even now, with record-breaking ratings and packed arenas, the losses keep piling up. It's a league that probably should have folded years ago, but somehow it keeps staggering along, propped up by its much wealthier big brother, the NBA.
Question for you, Vinny. Real quick, rapid fire.
Go.
WNBA stats. Here we go. You're a sports guy. How many teams are in the WNBA?
9?
No, 13. How many games do they play?
80?
40.
Damn it.
Who won the championship this year and who played in the finals?
The Florida Magics.
No, the New York Liberty beat the Minnesota Lynx.
Who?
The cool part of the issue is simple scale. The WNBA has just 12 teams, each playing 40 games a season. Expansion kicks off in 2025 with the new Golden State Valkyries, but that's still nowhere near the NBA's 30 teams and 82-game schedule. Fewer games mean less inventory, less ticket revenue, and less TV money. It's basic math. Well, unless you're Angel Reese or Dijonai Carrington, apparently.
The MVP. She was unanimous. She got all the votes.
Dylan Mulvaney.
Yes.
Yes.
Aja Wilson.
Oh.
You just failed the test,
I'm
buddy.
sorry.
WNBA is coming for.
Then there's the revenue sharing. NBA players get 50% of the league's earnings, while WNBA players get just 99.3%. Sounds unfair, right? Until you realize that even with that small cut, the league still loses money. There just isn't enough revenue to go around. And don't even get me started on the attendance gap between Caitlin Clark's packed arenas and, well, pretty much every other game, including Angels. Spoiler alert, the seats are a lot emptier where she plays.
Yes, it is unrivaled. It is also unwatched. Look, let's be honest, we can sugarcoat it all you want, but if you don't have Caitlin Clark playing women's basketball, or if you're not the NCAA tournament playing women's basketball, you got nothing. Zero zip.
No one's saying WNBA players don't deserve respect or recognition, but demanding more money from a league that's running on financial fumes isn't brave. It's delusional. Especially coming from someone like Reese, who's been in the league for 5 minutes and is already acting like she's in charge of negotiations. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is doing what Caitlin Clark does. Dropping dimes, breaking records, and building a legacy without throwing tantrums or threatening walkouts. She lets her game do the talking, while Angel Reese is still trying to figure out how to make a layup without becoming a meme. So, next time Angel talks about sitting out, maybe someone should remind her that people are already sitting out of watching her games.